Kason, I know you've been riding KTM's your whole life. You told me that you've been riding since you were 50s. You've been riding the brand KTM for your dirt bikes, and I know you're looking for an 85. And some of your concerns. I appreciate you sharing the concerns that you have, that you need a bike that's kind of smaller since you're only 58 pounds. You need one that you can kind of manipulate around, and you want one that'll have a good suspension. So I want to talk to you a little bit about the Yamaha new YZ85. They completely have redone the motor, which is exciting because now it has a power valve, which, as you know, your KTM's have always had power valves in it. The Yamaha did not have a power valve up until this point. And you probably haven't seen a difference between riding a power valve and not power valve. But you definitely want a power valve. And so Yamaha's pushing this benefit now really hard because the power valves help you have a smooth throttle, and it helps you not wheelie over when you hit the power band. The other nice thing, I did some research. So the KTM and the Husqvarnas are 3 inches taller than what the Yamaha is. So that the Yamaha will give you a 3-inch lower center of gravity to hopefully get your legs to be able to touch the ground a little more. The next thing is suspension. So I called and talked to your suspension guy, and he talked about how great the suspension is on the Yamahas. The forks have a dampener plus rebound, which the Kawasaki only has a rebound. It doesn't have a dampening adjustment. The KTM's and the Husqvarnas are air forks, and according to the suspension guy, it would cost about $1,500 for you to for him to set up the suspension with your weight of 58 pounds. He did say the Yamaha he could do for about $300. So there's a $1,200 savings, and he says you'll have a top of the line suspension. The other nice thing about the Yamahas, and I know you're not on 65s, but there's a lot of 65 riders out there. The parts for the 65 Yamaha and the 85 are both interchangeable. So you can change from if you had a lever brake, you could go find somebody, whether they had an 85 or 65, and you could put a lever on no matter what size bike you're on. So that's another huge benefit. Now, let's talk about the biggest benefit of all. Brand new Husqvarna, brand new KTM is about $6,500. How much do you think the Yamaha is? $4,600 out the door. So right there, I'm saving you a couple grand to be able to put into your suspension, be able to put whatever you want on this bike, have a better bike than the KTM and the Husqvarna, and I think you'd be able to rail it. So I think those are the biggest benefits and features that the Yamaha has, which clearly shows that you need to buy the Yamaha over the KTM and the Husqvarna.